Alright, welcome back to the channel everybody. My name is Steven Aldaco and today we are at the OC Auto Show in Anaheim. In today's video, we're going to show you the best vehicles coming up in 2023 and beyond. We have vehicles such as the Ford Lightning behind me, all sorts of other EVs out here, and there's even some really cool test drives that we can do. So let's start right away with this beauty here, the Ford F150 Lightning. Now this vehicle has been out on the market for quite some time, but the production has been super limited. So if you're one of those lucky few to have one, awesome. If you're like the rest of us, we've been dying to see this thing and I'm so excited to see it in person. And just the exterior of it, you really can't tell that it's an electric vehicle. There are a few cues like the little driver's side gas panel here and the alloy rims, but one of the most exciting things I think about this Ford F-150 is the frunk. So very similar to like the Tesla models, if you take a look here, there's no engine. So you have a ton of storage capacity here, which is super cool. And if you look over here, you even have an AC plug, so you can plug in all of your accessories, all of your toys. If you're going camping, you have USB ports, and it's just super cool. Now down here, this is super cool because this can serve as an ice chest. So you can throw in a bunch of ice, you can store your drinks, you can tailgate or front gate, whatever you want to call it. But that's super exciting here with this Ford EV Lightning. Let's check out the cockpit if we can up front. So if we look right here, it's got some really nice interior. Looks like everything is electric, so you can adjust the seats with these little buttons here. But let's hop in, let's check this thing out. Yeah, the interior of this thing is very utilitarian, and you have this really beautiful display here. If you can get up real close to this display, that is super exciting. It is very similar to what you would find in like a Tesla, and to see this coming from Ford is just awesome. Look at the sunroof up top here, really cool. Wow, I think Ford has really done a nice job with this vehicle here. And then if you look at the center console, there's a ton of space in the center console here. Let's check it out. I wonder how this works. This is all unedited here, so I've seen that this can go down, but how does this work? Yeah, I've seen this. So this is like a workbench here, so you can set up your laptop, you can write notes, you can do all of that here in the center console of your car. So if you're someone who uses your truck for work, but yeah, I know there's a way. There it is. So that's how you fold the driver's shifter all the way flat, so this table can become nice and flat, so you can do whatever you need to do right here. Super exciting stuff, you guys. We can fold that back, put this back up. And then I just want to try out this little system here. I've never tried it before, but this will be a good opportunity to see how intuitive this system is here. So if you can get it really close. Let's say I want to change my music. So I've got my Apple Connect, I've got the radio, I've got navigation. Look at that. Where to? Let's see what the screen is like. Let's go to Irvine. Whoop, spelled that wrong. Irvine. And just like that, really quick, boom. So I'm assuming that this doesn't have Apple. Oh, it does have Apple CarPlay. Check that out. So if you're more familiar with like the Apple CarPlay, you can use Apple CarPlay system, which I really enjoy. But this is extremely nice, everyone. This is so cool. And if we check up front over here, instead of like a analog dash, you have this really beautiful screen here. And this can tell you all sorts of information about what's going on in the car. It can tell you gas mileage, how fast you're going. I imagine it even can show like the GPS up here. So this is really exciting stuff. This thing is very, very cool. I really like this little lightning sign here. It's even got the lightning bolt for a T. That's so cool. And let's check out the tailgate. Let's see how this works. Oh, that's really cool. It's automatic tailgate. You just press that button and it totally drops down. Wow. That is super cool. And then over on this side here, it looks like you have some more AC outlets. So if you want to plug in your tools, I've even seen claims that this truck can power your house, which is really exciting. If you're in an area and you lose power, you can always rely on your truck to power your necessities, which is really cool. Check that out. So cool. Anyway, I've seen where they have electric steps where this will come down and you can step up onto it and get into the back of your bed. Wow. This is super exciting stuff, guys. So as far as the range is concerned on the Ford F-150 Lightning, I'll go ahead and leave it down below on the bottom of this screen here so you can see how much range you're going to be getting. But this is a super exciting thing that's happening from Ford, and it's just really cool to see it in person. I think it's really an exciting truck, and if you can't wait for a Tesla Cybertruck, this is a great option, very utilitarian. So let's go ahead and check out something a little similar to this. And it's right over here. It's a little truck called the Ford Mavrick. So the Ford Mavrick is really cool because it comes not only in a hybrid, but it also comes in a 4-cylinder turbo engine. And it's serving this small subcompact like truck. Most people who use trucks, I feel like, use them occasionally as a truck. Most of the time they're driving them around the street. So if that's the kind of truck person you are, this truck is a very, very exciting thing that's out on the market. So the bed is very small if you can compare it to like a big Ford Lightning truck. But let's take a look at the bed here on this Ford Mavrick. So this is a manual bed, not like the Ford F-150. But if you look here, it's got this really nice Raptor lining on it, which is really cool. So if you're not hauling a ton of cargo, maybe you're only using it occasionally as a truck, this is really cool. You can throw bikes in the back, you can still carry a sheet of plywood in here, and for most people, this is all you need in a truck, which is really exciting. Let's check out the front and see what the interior is like. I always like when vehicles have these number pads to get into the vehicle, because if you forget your keys or if you're going surfing and you don't want to bring your keys, you can simply use your number pad to get in, which is really cool. So let's check out the interior. Maybe you can take a look in there. Really, really nice. Smaller heads-up display than the Ford F-150, but I really like the aesthetic of the interior, the two-tone. I don't think this is real leather. It could be. We'll have to double check that. But it feels like if you have something in here that gets like a little dirty, or maybe you spill something, that'll be pretty easy to clean. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in and see what it feels like and compare that to the Ford F-150 Lightning. It's pretty comfortable. It's got the same automatic seats, so you can adjust the seating as needed. It's one of the really exciting things about this Ford Mavrick. Because you're so low to the ground, and because this is such a small truck, you get really good gas mileage. So the Ford Mavrick is getting around 30 miles per gallon, and even with the turbo variation, I see people reporting like 25 miles per gallon, which is really good for a truck. And it's really exciting to see Ford innovating and trying out new things with this smaller subcompact truck. So I'm really impressed. I would love to take this one out on the road and give it a test drive, and maybe one day we'll do that soon on this channel. So this is actually the FX4 off-road package. So you can get this in an all-wheel drive, and that's what this model is here. It's also available in a front-wheel drive, which is a really cool thing. So you can customize it. If you need all-wheel drive, you can get it, and if you don't need it, you don't have to have it. Yeah, so here's the EPA ratings: 25 miles per gallon, 29 on the highway, 22 in the city. And the MSRP on this model here, as it's equipped, is $37,000. Not bad, really not bad. So this is cool. This is a red version of the Ford F-150 Lightning. I almost prefer the white interior or the white exterior of the Ford F-150 Lightning, but it is cool to see that there's other color options out there. Okay, let's move on over here to the Bronco, which is really exciting. So this Bronco is a bit wider than your traditional sport Bronco. This is because it's geared more towards people who are serious off-roaders. It's more of a competitor to a Jeep than it would be like a smaller subcompact SUV. But let's take a look on the inside here and see what we have going on. This is actually a 6-speed, check that out. So this is a full 4x4 vehicle. It's highly capable off-road. Seating for 4 passengers. And if you're super lifted, it's got a handle so you can get up. All right, let's check out the back of this thing here. Yeah, it's definitely got a lot more clearance than you would find in like a standard Bronco. And I've seen these on the road with the roof off, and it looks like a pretty cool vehicle to like cruise around by the beach. Really, if you're into off-roading, this is a really cool vehicle that you can get straight out of the box. Just buy it, take it off the trails, and you'll have a great time. And then here's the Raptor variation of the Ford Bronco. Wow, look at that thing. That is insane. I wonder if they have any like specs on it. But the engine in this thing has got to be crazy. So look at that. That is wild. Incredible. I know the engine in there is like super insane. I'm not sure which engine they have in there, but we'll have to leave the specs down below. All right. So here they have the electric avenue, and basically they have all the electric cars that they're showing off right here. Got BMW, Audi, got the Ford EVs back there. I wonder if they'll let us test drive one. We'll see. It looks like they have the Porsche on the track. Maybe we can try to drive that, or the Ford Mach E. Look at that. So this is really cool. This is the Ford Mach E, the electric Mustang. And its looks are pretty polarizing. Some people love it. Most people hate it, especially if you're a traditional Mustang fan. But it is what it is. It looks pretty cool to me. But the fact that it's an electric car is really exciting to see. And the power that you can get out of these vehicles is just insane. Instant torque. Very cool. I have no idea how this works. Maybe we can try to go to the other side and we can check out the front, the interior. Okay, let's show that. That was kind of cool. So you've got a button here. Car opens up. You got it? Look at that. All right, let's hop in. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear that, but like it has this interesting sound, the sound that you would normally hear when you open a Ford door, but it's like a bit more bassy. It has like a techno-y vibe. That's interesting. It looks like you have the same screen that you find in the Ford F150 Lightning, which is cool. A charge port for your phone, and then this really small dash up here, which I assume would display everything you need to see when you're on the highway, like speed, maybe even you can see the navigation up here. Whoa, check out this sunroof. That is really cool. Go inside and check out that sunroof. I think that's a common theme with these electric cars, is that we're seeing these like really high and open sunroofs so you can really see outside of the vehicle. Okay, so if you're one of the lucky people who can get their hands on the Ford Mach E, again, similar with most vehicles right now, it's a little difficult to get, but if you can get one, they can be had for $54,000 MSRP for the Ford Mach E. I don't believe they have one of these to test drive today, but they do have a selection of the EV vehicles here. All right, so now we're at the Kia section of the OC Auto Show, and you know, Kia has really come up in the past few years, and they've really been making their cars higher quality than what they used to back in like the 90s. So let's check out this booth and see what they have to offer. Wow, this looks really nice. This is the minivan, the Carnival, I believe. Wow, stepping into this interior comparing to the Volkswagen is quite a shock. Look at this heads-up display. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gigantic. It's got a very similar interior to the Ford Maverick we checked out earlier. It's got that two-tone feel to it here, but it looks like we have everything. We have heated seats for passengers and the drivers, a really nice center console, sunroof if you need it. So if you're, you know, a family man or woman or whatever, and you need a minivan to haul your kids or toys around or whatever, this thing seems very nice. Like, I would not mind driving this at all, and even the exterior of this looks pretty cool. But let's check out something a little more exciting other than this minivan here. So this is the EV6 right here. 310 mile range. It's a good looking car, absolutely. I really like the spoiler on the back of this one too. It looks really nice. Wow. I've always been a sucker for kind of like those like small hatchback sort of vehicles, and the styling of this one is really nice. It even has like the carbon fiber around the wheel well. It's a good looking car. I would not mind driving that. It's a good looking car, the Telluride XP Pro. Not bad at all. Really nice. So they have all these like beautiful cars, right? Really nice looking cars, but then they have that thing. Is that the Kia Soul? Let's take a look. Oh my god. Oh my god, this thing is hideous. But I feel like there's a ton of fans for the Kia Soul. Like, some people just really love this car. I can't say I'm one of them, but oh man. I gotta say, Kia's really stepped it up. Like, their interior is looking nice, feels good. It's no Honda Element, that's for sure. But if you're just looking for something cheap, inexpensive to get you around with a little extra cargo space, and you don't mind the looks, the Kia Soul might be the one for you. Oh my goodness. I'm like still surprised that they actually even make this car, you know? Wow, that's funny, man. Look at this thing. Oh, wow. Look at that, the EV6. We have to check that out. Wow, look at this thing. This is really nice. Check out the stitching on the interior. It even has like bucket seats. You can take a look. Look at that. This is a nice car. Thank God they don't have a yoke like Tesla. Look at that sunroof too. That's like the new thing. Everyone's got like a panoramic sunroof. Let's check out the back. Wow. It's an interesting material. It's not quite like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like a carpet almost, or like a suede. Alcantara, is that what it is? Yeah. Interesting. Let's check out the trunk space and see like how usable this car is. But I'm just really liking, I'm digging the styling, man. I really like the way this looks. I have no idea how to open this up though. Wow. Like I said earlier, I'm a sucker for hatchbacks, and this is no exception because it's just so usable, all of this space back here. You can probably drop down the seats somehow. Maybe we can show them the front and see what that looks like. Wow, gotta love that. Wow. I gotta say it's a good looking car, no doubt. Kia has come a long, long way. Look at the front of this thing. Just so unreal. Let's check out this video game that they have over here. Okay. All right, so we are sitting inside the brand new Nissan Z, and I gotta say, this is an exciting car to be in. Turbo engine, 6-speed transmission here, and just being in the cockpit here, it feels very, very exciting. This thing is ready to move. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And if you look in the back here, it's very similar to Zs that we've maybe seen in the past. Very similar setup, very similar body style, but this thing is an exciting car. And I gotta say, I love the looks. I love the exterior of this vehicle. I love what they've done, how they've kind of innovated on a retro design to make it modern. It's just absolutely exciting. Maybe we should take a look on the outside and see a little bit of what the exterior is like on this car, because on the inside there's really not much to see. It's a very nice cockpit, but the exterior is very beautiful. Just look at this beautiful rear end here, just super awesome styling. Very similar to what you'll find in like the older Zs, but just with its own new touch to it. And then let's check out the front. Beautiful styling with the rims. Absolutely love it. Beautiful front end. This car is just absolutely stunning. I can't wait to get behind the wheel of one of these one day. And I think with this option here, or this model here, you can see it has a rear spoiler. which gives the rear end just an even more aggressive look to it. Super exciting stuff. Ooh, what is this? Is this the Rogue? I think, oh, the Nissan Kicks. Interesting. Interesting choice of color. It's got like a Bose sound system. That's pretty cool. Maybe geared towards like the younger generation, kind of like a Kia Soul competitor. Roof racks up top so you can bring your stuff. Pretty cool. But this is what I wanted to look at here. The Nissan EV. Whoa, that is a very interesting styling choice for the interior. So I've never seen any car do this, but because they don't have a transmission, I guess you have the option now. But look at where the center console normally is. You have just like this big open seating area, which is very, very interesting. I guess that makes it easy to pass from the passenger side to the driver's side pretty easily. But it looks like you have this little joystick here to control as far as like what drive mode you're going to be in auto or sport mode or whatever it is. And again, you have that really nice big heads-up display, very similar to what you would find in the Kia, actually. Very similar styling with the steering wheel as well. Interior feels pretty good. I feel like all of the auto manufacturers are kind of feeding off of each other because they all seem to have this leather trim with something plastic up top, and then this very similar size heads-up display, slightly rotated towards the driver. So it's very, very interesting to see what the auto manufacturers are doing now for 2023 and beyond. And again, same thing, panoramic sunroof. Very cool. I'm gonna hop back here in the back seat and see how much room we have here. So I'm about 5'9", and I would say I have a decent amount of room. If we're going on like a long road trip or whatever, I think this would be plenty comfortable. In the back, it looks like we have some USB ports for passengers and also heated seats for passengers as well. Pretty cool. Exterior styling, not my choice. You know, I really like the Kia we looked at earlier, that hatchback style. But this is very utilitarian. White exterior, white interior, not bad. All right, so this is super exciting. This is the Hummer EV, and this thing is massive. This is an absolutely huge vehicle, but if that's your style, great. One thing that I really like about this Hummer EV is that it has this big truck bed here. So if you want to tow some things, or if you want to bring a bunch of gear with you, you can. And the interior of the thing is just absolutely huge. Maybe you can come take a look. Look at that display on the interior. Maybe we can open it up and see. Nope, it's locked. But wow. Check out that American flag right here too. That's a nice little styling touch there, if that's your style. It looks like the roof can be removed. There's even like a sunroof for the rear passengers there, which is super exciting. And if you look here, it looks like it comes in two different models. So you have the truck variation and you have the SUV variation. So whatever you're looking for, they have it. And the starting price is $96,000. So it's one of the most expensive EV trucks out there on the market, but it's also one of the biggest, and it's a Hummer. So if you're a Hummer guy, I don't think you're worrying about the price too much. Look at this thing is gigantic. Look at these toe hitches, man. This thing is just an absolute machine. Now, one thing that's super interesting about the Hummer EV is that it has a crab walk variation. So the wheels will actually turn, so the vehicle itself can just pivot this way diagonal and this way diagonal as it's driving. And that's something that's super unique to the Hummer EV, and I don't think any other competitor on the EV market has that option. Look at this thing. It's taller than I am. I'm 5'9", and this thing is taller than me. I think now we can get a better look at the interior, so you can really get a good idea of what it looks like on the inside. Giant screen in the center, one strictly for the driver, plenty of room for passengers in the back. Super exciting stuff. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think this thing has like 1,000 horsepower or so, which is insane, but it's such a big machine. Just so crazy. Wow. That's crazy. And if you look behind us, you can see we have the off-road Jeep like little section here, and if we can, I think we should definitely get like a little test drive and see what that experience is like. All right, so this is the Jeep Rubicon. Let's check this out. Man, this is like some serious off-road action, and we're about to head up there, this crazy ramp. This might be my last video, guys. So make sure you subscribe, because this might be it for me.
Good morning.
All right, bye guys. Nice knowing you. And as you're going about, will it be in 4-wheel drive, or is it gonna be in like?
Keep it in 4-low.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Could do it 4-low, 4-high, either one for the sports. But...
Wow, exciting.
All ready?
Ready. All right. What was your name?
First of all, welcome to Camp Jeep.
Thank you.
My name is Peyton, and you guys are in our all-new Wrangler Rubicon. This is the 392, so it has the big boy engine in it, which is a 6.4 Hemi V8. That one is going to have 470 horsepower, 470 pounds-foot of torque. Now, as we go across our stability wedge here, you can see it actually has our off-road pages that shows, like you said, that pitch and roll. So it's going to tell us we're about a 25-degree angle at our max right there.
God, that's insane.
And this one does have the 2.5 Fox shocks on it, so even as we go across the big bumps here, it's going to absorb some of that impact for us, making it a little bit smoother than what you might expect. And then up next we have our traction hill. This hill is going to be about 18 feet high at the top, about a 35-degree angle.
That is nuts. Oh crap.
There a little bit of that 6.4.
Dude, there's no way. That's insane.
If we wanted to, we could switch over here and see our front-facing camera as we make our way down.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Now, this specific vehicle does come equipped with a disconnecting sway bar and locking front and back differentials. So that's going to give us a little bit more flexibility as we go across our off-camber here. Now, have you guys ever taken a Jeep on stairs before?
This will be my first time.
Okay, well here we go. This is just demonstrating a little bit of our ground clearance.
Oh my God.
This specific vehicle has about 11 inches of ground clearance.
You're doing great, man.
There you go.
Oh my God.
So now if you came across the breakover in like the Grand Cherokee or something, it might teeter-totter a little bit, but this one, like I said, has the disconnecting sway bar. So we're gonna keep all 4 tires on at the same time, and they're gonna act independent of each other.
That is wild.
Awesome.
You can't do that in a Honda Element, that's for sure.
And honestly, guys, there's still so many things we didn't even get to talk about today, so definitely go take a look at all the Jeeps on the show floor and then let them know if you guys have any questions.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Wow, that was exciting.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank
Enjoy
you,
the
you as
show.
well. All right, so this is a vehicle I've seen on the road quite a bit where I live. It's the Hyndai ioniq Q5, and I love it. I love the styling. It's so unique. It's so, like, it has that electric, like, vehicle look to it. And what I love about this is that Hyundai, they just have the price, right? There's no haggling. So the price on this one is $51,000 for the limited, and you can get the standard range for $39,000. And that's gonna give you about 303 miles of range. And this is gonna be my first time actually stepping foot into one, and I'm really excited. So it looks like it has very similar door handles to Tesla. And what I noticed here is that it has just a traditional keyhole, which I really enjoy. So just in case there's something that goes wrong with this electric lever for some reason, you can just stick your good old-fashioned key in there, turn the key, and then the thing will open up. So let's hop inside and take a look at what we got going on in here. Very, very interesting. So now that we're inside of the Hyundai ioniq Q5, I really think this is a very nicely thought out interior. So you have your cup holders close by, you have this little pocket here for storage, you have this empty space here so you can just chill and relax. The armrest is in a good position to be shared by you and your passenger. It looks like it has heated and cooling seats. Really nice heads-up display here. I really like it, and it has much more visibility than the Volkswagen ID.4, and just feels really nice. It looks like there's a lot for your passengers in the back as well, so they'll be very comfortable. And like I said throughout this whole video, I'm a complete sucker for hatchbacks. So when there's a hatchback, I love it because it's just so utilitarian. You can carry so much cargo, you can carry passengers, it can do it all. So I really do like the feel of this. The interior looks very sharp, well put together, unlike the Volkswagen ID.4. Sorry, Volkswagen. Yeah, very, very nice setup here. I really dig it. Let's get a better look of the exterior and see what that's all about. I really enjoy this light bar and those square LED lights. This is a slick looking thing. Let's check out the back here. See what that's about. I don't know how to open the back. Let's see. Maybe there's a button. There's got to be something. Let me see if I can figure it out. There we go. Love it. Plenty of storage space. The seats will fold flat. And then even more, a little bit of storage capacity down here, like a hidden storage compartment. So you can store maybe some stuff that you don't want to get stolen right underneath there. Love it. Nice job. Okay. So one of the auto manufacturers that has really been innovating in the electric vehicle space is Volkswagen. And with their flagship ID.4, which we have behind us right here, This is one of their most exciting electric vehicles that is out there on the market that you can get today. So this is just a really beautiful example of a car. Let's take a look at the interior and check it out. I really like how that screen is like slightly rotated towards the driver, so the driver can get all the information that they need without excluding the passenger, because if you're a passenger you can still see what's going on, but if you're the one driving, you're the one who's going to want to get all that information. It's a very cool interior. Let's check it out. And then this has kind of like a, it almost feels like a video game, like an F1 driver sort of like feel. This little heads-up display that you have, nice sturdy steering wheel, leather up top, and plenty of space to see out the window. It does kind of tilt down a bit because this is a little bit of a smaller car. So I do wish there was maybe a little bit more like space to look out the front of this vehicle. But if I'm being really, truly honest, I feel like this interior is quite lacking if we're comparing it even to like the Ford Maverick that we were looking at earlier, like that $36,000 car. The interior feels a little cheap, a little plasticky, but maybe the performance of this vehicle will make up for some of those downfalls. That's really surprising. The interior is kind of cheap in this thing. All right, and we have the EV version of the Kona here. Looks like you can get that for $42,000 for the electric. So it looks like we have the EV version of the Kona here. $42,000 for the electric limited and $33,000 for the non-limited model. And so if you're looking for something that's a little bit on the smaller side, the Kona looks really great. Very beautiful car. Plenty of storage space in the back there. I definitely like the paint scheme on this one too. Ooh, that is a nice interior. Nice display, little spot for your sunglasses and your USB ports here, drive modes, nice heads-up display up front. Really nice for a small subcompact car. I dig it. Plenty of seating in the back for your passengers. Really nice. Harman Kardon speaker systems. Beautiful. I really like that a lot. All right, so for us Honda fanboys here, we've got the 2022 RidgeLine Black Edition, all-wheel drive. This is going for $44,000. And I really like the paint on this thing here. It's got a really nice color. It's very similar to like the Toyota Tacoma colors that are out there. And as some of you may know, this is a unibody, so it's not quite a full-on truck where the truck bed is disconnected from the front, but this is a fully connected body. So some people would call this like an SUV with a truck bed, but for most truck users, this is pretty much all you need. Nice open tailgate. Looks like it's got a really nice bed liner on it too. Unfortunately, I don't see any AC ports like we did on the Lightning. Oh, there it is. So yeah, you do have your AC ports, so you can charge things back here, but they're not charged by the vehicle itself because it's not electric. But still, if you want to plug in your tools, you can. Okay, so we're here at the Toyota booth, and Toyota has absolutely been killing it in the off-road, like overlanding adventure vehicles, and they have a ton of options. We have the 2023 Sequoia, we have the RAV4, of course we have the 4Runner TRD PRO edition. So there's just a lot of like really cool vehicles on display here. So this is the 2023 RAV4. I think this is the Adventure Edition. Nice floor mats, all weather, beautiful interior, and just extremely reliable. I love the RAV4, and if I'm honest, if I wasn't getting an electric vehicle, I'd probably get myself a nice RAV4 because they're just great cars overall. I really like the stitching on the interior there, the blue and black. And we have a RAV4 in my family, a 2017, and there's just a ton of cargo space. You can throw so much in here. And again, with these all-weather mats, really nice touch, so you don't have to worry about your interior getting damaged at all. Great car here. Now, if you're more of someone who enjoys taking like off-road trails, like serious off-road trails, the TRD Pro edition of the 4Runner is an awesome vehicle to get. It can do it all. It's much bigger than the RAV4, so there's plenty of space. Very similar interiors to the RAV4. It's just really nice vehicle overall. I'm sorry?
It's missing its...
Oh yeah, so no one can steal it. And check out this roof rack up top here. Really nice powder coated. You can throw all sorts of gear in here. This orange is very bright, very polarizing, but very cool vehicles that Toyota's putting out. And then in the back, a ton of space. Just absolutely anything you need, you can throw it in here. Is this a pull-out shelf? I wonder. AC ports in the back. Look at that. So if you got some gear in there, camera gear, whatever, put it on that shelf, bring it out. Toyotas have always been just awesome vehicles. Love it. And this is the plug-in RAV4. I think this might be the Prime, the RAV4 Prime. It's hard to say because there's no information on it, but I'm pretty sure this is the Prime. So it's like the hybrid version of the RAV4. Super sick. And if you're a truck guy, of course, Toyota has you covered with the Tundra. This thing is an absolute beast. Looks like it might be Raptor lined in the back. It's got the cover up top, so you can keep your gear safe if you have anything expensive. You don't want people looking in. This is the full-size truck, and of course, everyone's familiar with the Toyota Tacoma. This orange, what do you guys think about this orange? Leave a comment down below. I'm very curious. I kind of like it. I don't know if I can drive it every day, but I kind of like it. The interior on this one's really nice. Holy moly, this is very nice. We have to check this out. So it's kind of got like a camouflage sort of feel to it. Gotta use that grab handle. Oh yeah. Now this is a truck. Wow. Let me see that for a sec, so I can take you guys inside. Look at that. TRD stitching here, right here on the handle as well. Look at the center console too. This is just an absolute machine. Nice Toyota logo there. Massive screen. Panoramic sunroof up top. Wow, and then even that rear window folds down so you get plenty of airflow in here. This is so cool. Wow, full on 4-wheel drive back here. This is nice. Is that a Supra? We gotta check out the Supra. I think this is a prototype model. This is not even out. You know, I've never driven the Chevy Colorado here, but I've been inside of it before, and it's very, very nice. Like the interior, everything about it is really nice. We won't talk about it too much, but it is actually a very capable off-roader. The only thing about this vehicle here, let's look into the back seat real quick. It's very small. There's not a lot of space if you're like a full-size passenger, and that's one of my biggest complaints about this vehicle. If you don't carry passengers often, or if you have really small kids, I think it's great. But for a full-size person, there's just not a lot of room back there. And I like how they mounted that the spare back there. That's really cool. So we're here at the Electric Avenue, and we're going on a test drive in the Kia EV6. And we talked about it a little earlier, and I really enjoyed the styling of this vehicle here. So I'm super excited to actually give it a try. So let's hop in and take it for a spin. Or I'm not driving it, but.
How you guys doing, man?
Great, how are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Right.
Do you happen to know the range on the EV6?
310.
310 miles.
Yep, 310.
Awesome.
That's the range on it. So, yeah.
All right.
All right. Too bad we can't go as fast because it's real slippery.
Yeah, yeah. You run into the wall. It wouldn't be good.
Nah.
So-
Wouldn't be good at all. So.
Is this a competitor to like a Model Y, or is this?
Yeah, Model Y.
Mhm.
That's correct. Yep, Model Y. That's exactly kind of like the target.
Gotcha. What are some of the other like unique features to the EV6?
Well, the regen brake has 4 different modes, which we're demonstrating now. Actually, right now it's on Max, the I pedal, which completely. Actually, I'll demonstrate it over here.
Okay.
And you'll feel the difference from the resistance.
I see.
All right, so you know right now, let me just, and you can control it with the shifting paddles right here. You see it right here?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so right now it's on level 0.
Okay.
More of your coast, so if you take your foot off the accelerator, of course, it just keeps going, you know.
I see.
Level 1, you probably don't feel that much resistance, but let me go around this curve, and I'll do it again, actually, so you can kind of. So right now it's on level 2, it's level 3, and level 4 is your max, so it stops the
Interesting.
vehicle.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you felt it, but
Yeah. So you don't have to use the brake at all.
You don't.
What you're saying?
You don't.
Gotcha.
I mean, of course we want you to, you know what I mean, just for your safety. But yes, you don't. You don't have to.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna drive the ID4 right now, and we have the all-wheel drive variation. So this should be pretty exciting.
You're going to push your foot on the brake.
Okay.
Now the car is starting.
Awesome.
This is your gear shift here. So in order to get into drive, you're going to turn it like a key.
Whoa. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little different. I'm gonna roll up the windows.
Yeah.
So, and then, are you familiar with regenerative braking?
Yeah, so when you brake, the battery charges basically, right?
Yeah, like when it brakes itself.
Could you turn off the music?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so at any given point, we can turn it into B mode,
Okay.
and that is our regenerative braking.
Ah, I see.
And you'll just keep turning it like a key to go into either one of those.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Very cool.
All right, are you guys ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right, I'm gonna make sure we're in sport. Here we go. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take off.
Wow, it's so quiet.
I know. So it's like, let's roll up the windows, turn off the air conditioning,
wow.
so you can hear.
It's kind of relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of relaxing, we're gonna stop here at this stop sign, and I'm gonna show you a feature on the side of your seat. So, there you go. Now it's kind of dark and they're not well lit. So on the right side of your seat, by your leg, there's usually memory on the top of the seat. There's memory buttons.
Okay.
The last button is your massage. If you hit it one time, it will activate.
That's interesting.
You can actually hear mine turning on. And I think I heard yours turn on.
Is it heated as well?
You can heat up the front seats. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Oh my God, I feel it now.
Back
Wow,
seats don't have it,
that's
though.
really nice.
All right.
Whoa, that's
Not
like-
the back seats do not have them on this trim level.
That's like really intense massage. It's like no joke.
All right, here we go.
That's so nuts. Wow, that is crazy. What is the 0 to 60 time in this thing?
That actually I haven't even tested out.
It's
myself.
okay. We'll put it down below on the screen. So don't worry, guys.
I know we never get it up to about 60 on
Yeah.
our little test routes here.
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the regenerative braking.
Okay.
As I said, you can do it at any point. So just like neutral. So here we go. Take this corner here.
So
This
you
is
you
it
never
braking
touched the
itself.
brake. It did it itself. I see.
So if you look at my digital cockpit, you'll see the graph. There's a blue and a green side, right? So the blue is me using energy, and the green is me recycling.
Got it.
So you make sure these people are not in the way, and you'll be able to see it a little bit more right here. So blue is me, green is all the energy going back in.
Wow.
And there's usually always more recycling than what you're actually using. So that will explain the range a little bit. So with an all-wheel drive, it is about 245 in range. And if you're using that regenerative braking, you can get about maybe 300, 310, depending on if you're city or if you're just using it on the highway and if you're using it the whole time.
Does this have any sort of like auto stop features at like a stoplight, or if there's like pedestrians in front of you or a car in front
It
of
does
you?
have front assist and
Okay.
rear assist, so it will definitely stop and acknowledge.
Gotcha. And like lane changing, anything like that as well?
Yeah, it has the lane changes. It also has the your travel assist, so being in those lanes and then it driving itself.
Like it'll keep you in the lane kind of thing.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to utilize the sport mode again.
Okay.
With regenerative braking, so you can see how that feels.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Interesting. And you never touched the brake there until just now.
Just now.
Wow.
So with some EVs, they have different levels of braking. We just have one, and it's always going to be a subtle brake. So you're not going to feel like you're getting this abrupt stop, you know, with some EVs that have that. So ours is always going to be subtle no matter how fast you're going or how slow.
And I said earlier that the windshield was hard to see out of, but now that I'm inside and we're kind of moving, it's actually not as bad as I originally thought. So, sorry, Volkswagen.
We forgive you. Okay, and yep, and this is your reverse camera.
Very nice. It's good quality. It's not like fuzzy, so that's nice. And you got the sensors there, which is good. Very cool.
And this is your park. So you just push it in,
So interesting.
parked, and then when we get out, it turns off.
Wow. Very cool. And as far as the key goes, how does that work?
So the key fob is here. As long as you have it on you, it will activate the car.
Got
If
it.
it's out of the car, the whole car will be off.
Very cool.
Yeah, won't lock or anything like that when keys in the car, so you should be okay.
Awesome. Well,
How
thanks
was
for
your-
the test drive.
Yeah, you're welcome. How was your massage?
It was pretty intense. Like it felt really good. Like it wasn't just like how do I say it? It wasn't just like a novelty thing. I feel like I could actually get a good massage out of it. So that's a really nice feature to be, like, especially if you're doing long drives and stuff. That's really cool.
And it's only in our top trim levels, so
Okay.
not gonna get that at our basic one, but
Got it. Got
all
it.
of this is.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
Really appreciate it.
welcome. Of
Awesome. That was exciting. All right, everybody. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found it informative and helpful, please make sure to subscribe and let us know down below in the comments which of your vehicles was your favorite. For me, it's this vehicle right here, the Ford F150 Lightning. I think this is a game changer of a truck. So many cool and exciting vehicles that we saw today. So thanks again, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Peace.